Let's see here. Let's try that. Whoop. There we go. No more. It should be no more. Hello, hello, hello. Testing 1, 2. It should be echo free. Holy fuck. Okay, guys. So back to basic. Oh god, this sucks. Back to making my joystick. I find that I like to build. I actually do really enjoy building custom controllers for different specific kind of games. And the game that I want to build right now is Buriki 1 for the Hyper 64. It's, I guess what, Hyper Neo-Geo 64 or whatever. And the problem with that is here's one of my custom joysticks. It gives you, you know, something to reference, I guess. Usually you control with the joystick and you attack with the buttons. Well, the problem with Buriki 1 is A and B is left and right, and all your attack buttons are through the joystick. So technically it would look like that. So trying to play this particular game where you're trying to control it and the action is right here, but the going, you know, your directional is on the wrong side. It's really confusing, and it kind of melts your brain a little when you're trying to play and get into it. So I decided that I'm going to just build a little custom controller just for this game to make my life easier and to make it more enjoyable for friends to play this weird oddball arcade board. So what I've done in the past is I bought one of these plastic project boxes, you know, and this is a custom joystick I'm in the middle of building for my Commodore 128. And what I like about these is these are small, they're cheap. I mean, this box cost me, I believe, like $6 on eBay. So I usually buy 2 at a time. So, and you can always just take the top off. And I've seen some people online where they'll use the bottom of the thing to put in your holes, and then they use the lid as the bottom piece. But I like to have it all kind of wired up right here because I think it's just easier and it looks better. That's just me personally. So what I've done what I've actually done already is I've done some prep work to kind of hopefully speed this along, because I like to stain my boxes. So it comes in this cream color, and I decided to take it to work and spray it blue, and I put some pre-holes in there to make it easier to drill out. So let's see here. So let's put this joystick aside. We don't need that. So I have 2 of them. And of course, you know, I was going to go for like get all fancy and straight up make it like with stripes and all that, but I decided I want to do this cheap, quick, and efficient, and I don't want to go and spend too much on a controller for one game that I might play once or twice a year. So cheapness was my key to do this. So because of that, I avoided buying Sanwa or Seimitsu joysticks, because traditionally I prefer Seimitsu personally for me, but they're $20 a stick, so they're kind of expensive, and I 2 joysticks would be $40, and didn't want to spend that much on this project. So I decided to go with the Industrial Lorenzo Euro sticks. And if any of you guys are familiar with the Hap Super joysticks back in the day, you know, they were like the go-to American joysticks. And I found out that these the IL Euro sticks, pretty much, they're the identical sticks. So the quality went to Europe while we got stuck with the really shitty Chinese knockoffs when the Haps merged with Suzo. So Suzo Hap joysticks, worst. I hate them. They suck. Don't buy them. Just avoid them at all costs. So I'm going this route. Your traditional, how'd I say, the American baseball bat style. And I like these because you can have the micro switches right here. You can access them. And I can then just solder or connect the wire harness directly to it. So this cost me $9 a stick. So I figured that's a really good deal. So what we're going to need for this project is obviously a container, the enclosure to put the parts into. Personally, don't paint them or stain them before you do all the cutting because it'll make a mess and it won't turn out nice. I only did this way because I needed it to be prepped and done, and I didn't want you guys to literally watch paint dry. I figured that would be really boring. And I generally do not use spray paint at all. I tend to navigate towards vinyl dye in aerosol cans. And vinyl dye tends to stick with the plastic. Though I found, since these are waterproof, they don't stick very well. It seems to just kind of, I mean, I'm sure it will eventually, but when it's, if it's still kind of wet, it tends to flake off. So I had to make sure it was perfectly dry. It's been drying for 2 days now, so I think I should be fine when I cut into this. I made a little notch already. Like I said, pre-cut, little notch for the cable, and I made 2 holes right here, though I realized I shouldn't have made 2 holes. This would be where my start and select button, and select button tends to be the coin button, but I'm not going to use a coin button for this particular joystick because the board's already set on free play. So what you need is, for this project, and since I'm going off of the Neo-Geo method, I'm using a Neo-Geo extension cable that I'm going to cut and wire down into this joystick. So these you can find really expensive, up to like $20 on like some American site, or you can order this from China. And I think I paid $2 for this, but it took like 2 months to get here. So I have 2 of those because I want to do 2 joysticks, obviously. And I also ordered Famitsu buttons. I could have went cheap and went with the American cherry switch buttons, which are fine. Haps makes them and they're really cheap. But I kind of didn't want to... The American switches tend to be like this long, and I kind of like the fact that these are small and compact. That would give me more room inside the joystick. So I bought a couple of these, and I obviously went with the blue and yellow scheme. And I bought tiny 14 millimeter red buttons for my start button. That way it will all kind of stand out. So it'll be a red, blue, and red color scheme. This is my project box that I keep all my loose stuff. I also have little rubber feet, so when I'm done with the joystick, I could put these little rubber feet on the bottom, and it keeps the joystick from wobbling. And a Unibit. These are awesome because you can usually get away with one, or actually you need 2 because I haven't bought the 30 millimeter Unibits. This goes up to 1 3/8, which is, I forget what it is in metric, but it's you have to be very careful because I think it's right about here is about 30 millimeters. So because of that, you need to be very slow and methodical, I guess. Let's see. Here's the lid that I've already, like I said, pre-drilled the holes for your joystick. The 2 holes right here for the buttons. But I still need to increase the diameter of this hole for the center for the joystick. And I'm actually going to be, let's see. For this particular stick, I use a regular Phillips screw, and I kind of hate it. And the fact that when my hand rubs against it, it tends to grab and snag, and it hurts. And there's many different methods of securing your joystick to a box like this. I've kind of gone the lazy route and just drill holes in it and bolt it into the top, because that is probably just it's the easiest method, but it's not super clean. I will admit that. For people who want to have no holes on top and just this joystick sticking out, you're gonna have to like build a frame on the inside. And usually people would do like, they'll use like wood blocks, and they'll glue the wood blocks in and drop the joystick like so into it, and then they bolt that into the stick, and that will cause the stick to be secure. But I don't want to have to sit there and nibble and drill out, and I just didn't want to mess with that. So, and like I said, this is cheap. This isn't going to win any awards or anything. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I just want something usable for me. So what I decided to do, instead of using Phillips screws, is to use carriage bolts. Like so. So I bought a box of carriage bolts. And of course nuts to go with them. But there's a tiny drawback with using the carriage bolt. If you look on the very bottom, I'm not sure if the camera can catch that. There's a little square nub at the base of the, or actually at the head of the screw, or the bolt, excuse me. And because of that, you need to go slightly larger in diameter to make the hole slightly bigger, so you can fit not only just the hole of the whole bolt in, but you got to fit that little nub. So what I used was my caliper right here to measure. And that's only because I'm, like I said, I'm going, I wanted to go slightly, just the right angle at the right side. Then you just line it up like so, and you spin it. And it's approximately 6 millimeters, 0.17. So then I found a drill bit that's just the right size. That would work. And this drill bit, the size is, oh dear Lord, I can't tell, so old. I literally can't tell you what size this is because it's just a worn out drill bit that got used up and the marking's been rubbed off, so oh well. So always be sure to make sure you get the right size bolt, the right size screw that will fit for your project, for your needs. I have my drill right here with my uni bit, my second uni bit, because I like to use this one to make the hole in the center, because I don't know if you can see right here, it goes right up to about here, and that's like the perfect diameter for the center hole for the joystick. And I already pre-mounted this particular stick right in there, and it fits perfectly. And I kind of like it because it looks like the old arcade panels that I used to play Street Fighter 2 back in the day. So all I need to do now is to drill out or cut out my holes, and I can install the buttons and then start wiring. So what I'm actually going to do is let's see here. Let's mount this. Let's clear this off first. That way I have a nice clean workspace. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill out this. I don't know if you guys can see this, if my lighting is bright enough. Maybe I should turn on my lamp. Let's see if that's any better for you guys. Okay, yeah. I think that should work. That way it's not the dark blue against this black table. So I'm just going to... I have my drill hooked up to my unibit, and I'm just going to drill out the center hole. Just like easy. Don't want to go too fast, because if you go too fast, you'll go through and you'll open up and make a giant gaping hole. You don't want that. So just kind of take your sweet time. It likes to grab and pull. And that's a bad thing. If you go too fast, you'll just, like I said, you'll just lose control. And that's about, yep, that's about the right size. I think I'm happy with that. So then I'm going to change out with my regular drill bit. And we're just going to drill out this hole to make it big enough to fit this bolt through. So. Now the bolt should just fit nicely. Boom, right there. And the head's wide enough to cover up any imperfections that was left by the drill bit. By that dull ass drill bit. So, what I'm gonna have to do now is take apart this joystick so it fits into this top cover piece. And I realize I don't have my screwdriver with me. So hold on one second. I'll go in the other room and grab my screwdriver. Give me 2 secs. Okay. Also want to point out that another method of bolting your joystick in is this is my Nintendo joystick that I built for myself. You make a smaller hole for the bolt to fit in, and you get like these flathead screws. And then you take a bigger drill bit and you waller it out, and that way when you drop the screw in, it's flush to the fascia. And looks like you can't really see it because it's so goddamn bright. Let me turn this off for a second. The cone shape drill bit is called a unibit. U-N-I-B-I-T. It's basically the all-in-one tool that will make life super easy for you. And damn it, I left the packaging in the other room. Let me go grab the packaging so I can show you on camera. Right here. It's an Irwin bit. I picked this up at, I believe, Home Depot, and I think it cost me 25 bucks. Let's go a little lower. Can you see that? And they make a bunch of different sizes. I like to put my tools back into their container. Mainly so it's harder for me to lose, because I'm terrible at keeping track of my tools. Voila. So, see? Alright, so, like I said, with you can also waller it out and make the screws flat. That way, if you want to put like an overlay or artwork over it, it's really easy to do. But cheap, we're not doing that. We want cheap. Artwork is expensive. Well, not really, but more money than I want to do for this particular joystick. So most joysticks usually held together by a C-clip that keeps the joystick in place. So usually all you do is take a flathead and just gently pop that C-clip off. Make sure it doesn't fly out. Boom. And the joystick should just slide right out. So now I have this monstrosity. And you just slide it in, line it up, and you bolt it in place. And like everything, the more you buy in bulk, the less you pay per bolt. For example, these carriage bolts would have cost me approximately, I think, 15 cents each. But since I bought the whole box of 100, it came up to like 0.8 cents, I think, each. So you definitely save a lot of money by buying things like that in bulk. So here we are. And the way I made these holes is I literally took this piece and I placed it right in the back, and I just marked my holes with a marker, and then I came back on the other side, and I took my drill bit through it and just kind of scored the plastic so I knew where the center was and made my hole. So that way it's perfectly even. You don't want to like a hole that's like not centered, because it would look like crap, and then you have to make a bigger hole to make room for the joystick to move, and next thing you know, it just looks terrible. Well, I'm not super obsessed with the look of this joystick. I also don't want it to look like hot trash. So now that the joystick has been mounted, you just slide the joystick in this plastic washer and the dust cover like so. Here's your little, I don't know what the hell you call that, little plastic bit. Push down, and then slide your C-clip right back into place. All right, now the C-clip's back in place. So, I mean, technically, if you want it, like I said, for a Nintendo or a Commodore controller, you could do it like this. You now have the controller on the left and your buttons on the right. But we're making this for Buriki 1, where for some damn reason they made the controls backwards. So, let's see, for you guys, actually for you guys, it is right. Your left and right will be right here, and then your action will be right here. So, we need to make 30mm cuts. And what I usually like to do is cut all the way through here, because this one bit is 29mm, and then I just gotta use this to waller it out to approximately 30mm. Or I can actually use a like a wood hole saw cut kit, which, god damn it, I don't have it in here. Hold on, let me go grab it. I just bought this whole kit set from Amazon for, I think right around 20 bucks. What I like about them is that they're actually they're set up already in metric. So, and here is 30mm. So I can use the unibit, or I can use just this bit alone, and it should be the perfect size for this panel. So let's try it. See, there's a drill bit right here, lining up to my starter hole. Then just cut. Not loving the fact that it's a little gummy right here. Oh, that's cool. It hardens and comes right off. Now let's make our second hole. Once the plastic hardens, it's real brittle, comes right off. Now we should be able to just take our Japanese arcade buttons. These particular brands are Famitsu, and these are 30 millimeters, and I believe Sanwas are also 30 millimeters. Just the American cherry switches are not exactly 30 millimeters, but they will work in the same hole. Oh wow, it's like exactly. I always prefer the screw type buttons for this reason alone. You can always just screw the buttons into place. And also, you don't have to be super precise with the snap-ons. You have to be the material. If it's too thick, it won't snap on right, and that would suck. So then you just hand tighten this right back in place. I really hope there's enough room. The material of the project box is just plastic. It's waterproof plastic, actually. I guess after I'm done with this video, I can write up an article, and I'll just post it on my website, outdatedreferences.com, and I'll set links up where you can basically buy from the same place I bought these little boxes. Like I said, I love these boxes. They're cheap. I mean, $6. They're waterproof. If you care about that. And you can get larger sizes too. I have one that's like about this big that I was planning on using to make like a 6-button 3DO controller for Street Fighter 2. But I kind of don't think that game deserves it or that console deserves it, because 3DO is not that good. Sorry, 3DO fans, but it's just not for me. All right. So now it's backwards to me, but it's the right way for you. These are your left and right buttons, and these are your attack buttons. Boom. We just know how to wire this thing up so we can play Buriki 1 on the Hyper Neo-Geo. But before I do that, I want to drill in the start button. Sadly, I don't know why I made another hole for the coin button, but I'm just going to leave it be for now because I never play that system with that's not on free play, so that was stupid of me to do that. But I will have to make, let's see, 25 millimeter. I think it's 24 millimeter is the button, start button. So let's put this unibit back in place. Let's clear up some space. Here's my start button, 24 millimeter. It's much smaller than, and I'll put it right here. So yeah, it's going to be definitely smaller than the action buttons. So let's drill this out. I can still go much more. Let's turn this light back on so you can see what I'm doing. Oh man, it's almost perfect. Let's see if I can screw this in here. Nope. Damn. So I'm gonna slowly go. Let's see if that does any. Widen that up a little. Yep. There it goes. Nice and tight. All right. This thing just tightened itself right in place. It's never coming out. So, technically, I don't even put this washer back on, but I don't want this washer, I don't want this button to ever screw itself out. So, there we go. And there's your start button. Left, right, your action button, and your start button right here. So cool. Let's do that for the other panel. Let's put these bolts away because we're done with them. Since we already have the bit installed on the drill, we'll just drill this out. I also have an extra button just in case we go a little too big for the smaller button. I can always work my way up to the bigger button and still use a, an actual 30 millimeter. So if you mess up, you can fix it. You can always feel it when it goes to the next size. It just kind of pops right in. So if you go slow enough, you can feel it moving down into each diameter. See, I made it a little too big and it just slid right into place. It'll still work because we still have the washer on the back end, but it just went, whoop, slid right into place. So that's still good. All right. Let's drill out these last two holes. And let's drill them out. Let's see if we do it from this side. Yeah, I see it. It's just easier if I do it this way with just so I can push down on it. And like I said, it's always better to cut all your holes and then spray paint it. That way you don't have any nicks or cuts into the plastic, but I had to do it first because I wasn't going to let you guys... It just didn't make any sense to show you guys spray painting. Anyone can spray paint a box. Let's clean up our workspace. Now let's drop our buttons back in place. Let's turn that lamp back off. It's too bright anyway. All right. So all the cutting is done. We just put that away. And the boring part now, which I think is absolutely dreadful. You're gonna need yourself a voltmeter. You know what? Before that, I should probably mention you could always print out these templates. That way you can tape it over your box or whatever, and then you can just drill your holes and then cut your buttons out. I'm actually going to use this one right here for a future project. I'm turning a Dick Blick art box into a Neo-Geo controller. So basically ignore these right here, and I'm going to put the 4 buttons right here. Joystick. Because I like nice wide, as you can see from this one, I like wide joysticks. That way when they're on the table, they never slip and slide. And I got, nice feet on these. So, all right. Got yourself your Neo-Geo extension cord. I think this is 6 feet. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut the male end. Going to snip that right back, and then basically we'll strip it back about this far. And that should give me more than enough. Can you even see that? Yeah, that should give me more than enough wires to solder into place. And yes, I like to solder my buttons, my wire to my buttons, mainly because I don't have the patience to crimp every damn wire. It's just, so damn time consuming and dull. Or I just go to like focusattack.com and just buy crimped wires to make my life easier. Let's plug in the soldering iron. Let's see. Get my sponge a little water on the sponge. Preheating my iron. Make sure your tip is clean. That's very important. Nothing is more frustrating than people trying to solder with a dirty tip. I like to use these Southwire strippers. Personally, they're my favorite. You have your adjustments right here, but I never use the adjustments. I just kind of feel it and just pull it. So, and they're sharp. They're hella sharp. So they make great side cutters. So, boom, just like that. So we're gonna, I'm gonna strip off about maybe 8 inches from here. All right. Ah, damn it. I nicked one of the wires. That sucks. See? But I believe I have some heat shrink lying around. Where are you, heat shrink? Well, shit. I don't know where my heat shrink went. I have this little safety pin right here. And that's only for the reason of sliding this thing right into one of these pins. And gives my voltmeter, my multimeter, something to hang on to while I go and check the other end. So it's a little bit of a little ghetto hack I learned. Set your voltmeter to continuity. Why are you not beeping? Here we go. Beep. That's all we want. So any cheapo multimeter will work. Give me a second. Let's change this out real quick. There we go. Now we have our wiring set up. That's a connector port. So that means ground is on this side, opposite, because that's where it plugs into. So now we got to find the ground on this cable. And quite frankly, I don't know how entertaining this would be of me, you know, wiring up these this joystick, because it just sounds dreadfully dull. Whew. These wires are so thin, I can literally just strip them with my teeth. Ugh. Ugh. There's some cancer powder shit all over this crap. Ugh. You gotta be careful. If you bite down too hard, you get cut through the wire. Ugh. So all I'm doing is I'm stripping the ends of every single one of these wires. I'm going to go through and tin it. Tinning is applying solder, fresh solder over wires. And then when you tin the connector on the micro switches and you apply heat, the solder will then melt on both ends and stick and be a perfect solder joint. Piece of cake. Soldering is not hard. It's just, you just gotta be patient. Ugh. All right. So every one of these are now stripped back. I like to roll them because I don't know, OCD. I don't want the wires to be all frayed. Looking all nappy. So right now, I'm just going to try to locate the ground, which is pin number, oh, it doesn't say exactly, but it's the upper left corner, the pin. So now that I have my one terminal on the one end, it's just a matter of me having to locate that wire. Nope. Nope. There it is. The brown is... This is my ground. Let me think here. Ground usually takes the longest to do because the best way I think to ground to wire up a joystick is to daisy chain the ground to one pin, then you daisy chain it to the next pin. Then these, right, all these out here are the grounding pins, and then you end up grounding right here on the last switch. So if we're going to be doing that, I should probably apply a little solder to each and every one of these pins to make it easier on me. Prep work is key. If you aren't going to crimp your own wires, then you might as well pre-solder everything. Personally, for me, the reason I like doing it with solder is you never get loose connections because it's, boom, it's good, perfect, you know, it's awesome. It will never disconnect. The only downside is if you're taking your competition stick to like Evo or something and your wire or your switch dies, you're pretty much SOL because you can't just swap out and easily replace that switch. But this is a home use. It's never leaving my house. It's going to be in the same building with my soldering iron, so I see no reason to do that. No reason at all. Not sure if you guys can see this or even want to see this. Honestly, it's It's weird. Let's see, a little light. Wow, it doesn't like this solder. It's too thick. My problem is my other solder right here just came unraveled, and so it's a bloody mess. I don't know how the hell it's unraveling in 3 places, but it is. So, yay. Let's just do this. You're not supposed to apply solder directly to the tip. You're supposed to heat up the pin and then apply the solder on that pin. If that makes sense. Of course, I'm soldering upside down, and my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, so unfortunately, the solder is touching the tip. But every so often, just clean your tip. You'll be fine. I find soldering very relaxing. I like to volunteer at work when we do all of our little PCBs and repairs and whatnot, because I just find it calming. Even though I get frustrated because I am in dire need of new glasses. And I'm spending all my money on joystick parts instead of going down and to the optometrist and getting glasses, so shame on me. Let's turn this off, not waste batteries. So the brown is the ground. Brown is ground. Let's see if I have any spare wires in here. I have an extra joystick harness. I'm thinking I might just sacrifice it for this project. Let's get rid of the black. Now, what I've seen some people do, and I wish I had the skills to do this, is they will strip this end, and then they'll strip in the middle of the wire, and then it'll just keep moving the sleeve over and over and over, so they can just have a nice, perfectly clean solder point. I've never been able to do that. It like sucks, because that's a level of skill that I wish I had. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try it. Let's go for broke. I think that should be enough. Whoops. Let's try that again. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I mean, solder. We'll strip right here. Let's put a bit of some solder right here. Lazy man soldering. Okay, that seems to work. All right, that's fucking hot. Woo! Excuse me. Let me get this thing right to my face because I can't see shit. There we go. Okay. That seemed to work nicely. Let's see if we can continue. I don't know. Yeah. And I should be able to strip it right here. Let's see. Yeah, let's go from here, here, here. Then we'll go back. No, wait a minute. No. This is the front. So we'll go here. No. We'll go here, 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 here. And then we'll extend that down to the button in the case. And then we'll connect the two wires together, or yeah, that should, yeah. Why not? And the reason we're doing ground first is because it's the most connections. Ooh. If you want to check to make sure my soldering isn't complete shite, let's do a continuity test. Let's see. Okay, so we're good. So now we're moving from there to here. Just pick that back, snip it just a skosh. I think that light's a little too bright. Damn. Oh, now I can't see shit. Oi. Sorry, that light's got to go back on. Beautiful. Why is this not? There we go. I'm in dire need of a new, I guess a probe. I had to sand this down because it kind of blew up when I wasn't paying attention and I kind of crossed the streams. It's too right? Oh no, I'll make it more liberal. Alright, I just gotta get my eyes to adjust. Alright. Oy, oy, oy. Down like that. There we go. Apply some solder. Wad up some solder on the tip. Whoop. Needs a little bit more than that. Oh, where's my pliers? Don't know why I'm fighting this. Just use my pliers. Makes things easier. Doesn't scorch your fingertips. All right. The last one on this end. Here we go. Ay, parama que sequía. Why are you being a whore? Puh. All right. Let's test it now. Voila. We wanted to give it plenty of slack. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to strip this tip, right like so. Then take the ground wire. I'm going to connect the two. Like so. Now that they're joined, I'm going to solder this so they won't come undone. Get back here, you stupid wire. Come on. Come on. All right. There we go. Okay, what the hell? Oh, Uganda, I hate you. Okay. Let's do that again. We tie them up So I'm gonna cheat. I don't want to go to the garage and grab my little arm thingy that holds the wires together. Just gonna do this. A little ghetto, but it works. Voila. Now that they're, ooh. Ah, crap. Solder's on the damn plastic. No! Fuck it. I'm going to trim this down so it's not super long. Like that. And then what we're going to do is ignore my phone. We're going to put solder on this low end right here, on this low pin. And then solder that direct. Whee! It is all sorts of tangled right now. Oh, you stupid. Alright, mental note. Pull out my big picnic table and work on that and not on this little tray. You don't want to put pressure on that wire. Solder the fuck out of this pin. Okay, so now, where are you? Where are you, my safety pin? My lucky safety pin. There you are. So, this should just be, let's see, this ground should be on the top left row, first pin. Okay. So, at the end of this daisy chain, it should still beep. Oh, are you not beeping? Why? There it goes. All right. One ground wire down. In theory, it should all go very quickly. Because like I said, the ground wire was going to be the hardest one. Just because there's so many points. So, I guess we should work on the start button. That seems logical sense, right? This is right there staring at you in the face. So let's tin this connector. And start is third pin, or bottom row, third pin from the left. So bottom row, 1, 2, 3. This should be start. Yup. Starto. So all we have to do now is first untangle all my damn wires. And we just gotta find the beeping wire. Purple? No, you're not purple. Gray? Negatory. Let's see here. Red? Red seems like a start color. No. New. What is this? Gray? Negative. How about blue? Nope. How about turquoise, aqua blue, seafoam blue? There's a lot of wires, so we just gotta be patient. Thank you. Oh, shit, there's 6 people here. Awesome. Thank you for stopping by my silly joystick project. Oh, don't lose it. This is probably the most I've ever talked to myself ever. It's really weird. I don't like it. I don't like talking to myself. Hey, Eureka. We have, I don't know what color this is because my eyeball's blown out. Peach? Sure. Let's say peach. All right. Doo-doo-doo. All right. All right. Start has been wired up. So let's think here. Do we want to go up, down, left, right? Then A and B, because that's all we have left. All right. Ground, out 2. Don't know what out 2 is. Select D. Let's go B. Yeah, let's go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th pin from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be B. Now you know why people don't sit around and howdy, Chris. Now you know why people don't sit around and do videos of Joystick. This is really not exciting at all. But if you've never done a Joystick before, this is pretty basic shit right here. It's all right. Oh, luck. Lucky. B. So I'm thinking here. A, I'm thinking is left, and B should be right for Buriki 1. I'm going to follow my gut and say that's right. Correct. I mean, that is correct. Oh, no, I dropped back to 3 people. Oh, well. Thank you, 3 people who are watching this. Even if it is a pity follow, I will accept it. What I hope. Updated references. Ball's been thoroughly busted yet about Buriki. One. Shut up. Shut up. Let me guess. My Midwestern accent is a little too thick. Buriki. Is that better? At least I could say Makino right. Let's just face it, guys. There's certain Japanese words I'll always say incorrectly because I'm an idiot. Let's see. So I've been saying it wrong. I get it. It's replacement of N in the middle of Buriki with the name of Joey and Winnie the Pooh. Wait, what? The hell are you talking about? Trying to figure out how to scale Pandora down 28 by 28 size emote. All right. I can't say that word. Shuriken. Shuriken. Hey, I said it. Shuriken. Shuriken. Fuck. Ninja stars. No, I have never said Ryu after I learned how to properly pronounce Ryu. Give me some credit, man. At least I wasn't those assholes pronouncing Guile's name Gilly. That was pretty bad. Hell yeah. All right, B, let's go right. All right. I gotta keep orient myself. Right is one pin over. So third pin from the right. When you wire up a joystick, remember everything's backwards. Up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Try to remember. I always have to double check though. Okay, I must have passed it somehow. There you go. Seriously, I knew a couple of kids who used to say Gilly. We used to always pronounce Sagat like Bob Saget. Those were the days. All right. Van Damme Spear? I'd never heard that. Was that really a thing? Oop. Hello, Brew. 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 Yeah, because I was pretty stupid. All right. Damn. I'm so confused. Luckily, I have another one right here I can look at. Okay. So if I want to go right, that's right. That means it's hitting the outside one, which means I got this upside down, like so. Outside one, so it's this pin right here. This pin right there. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Always be mindful of your environment and remember that the soldering iron is not the multimeter. Whoa. Let's see. Wondering what part of JCVD's career followed anything that was ever got anyone referencing him in Scorpion's Harpoon. Awesome link. Not going to click it right now unless you're using Johnny's split punch. All right. Awesome. I love the fact that it's evolving into a Mortal Kombat discussion. All right, this is starting to get messy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this up. Sub-Xerox. Oh, God. That's cute. Yatta! All right, we got B, we got right, and then we got down. Down. One pin, so it's second pin from the right top row. Let's switch this around. The black one is longer and it will fit. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Coolio, coolio. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Sub-Zero wins. So up. So down. This is down. Right? Yep. Oofles. You know it. All right. Okay, so we're done with that row. So let's do start. We got C, left, up, A. All right, let's do that. Let's do up next. Luckily, this isn't a goddamn 6-button controller. Because then I wouldn't even be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. This is pretty damn boring. Which is, again, makes me very appreciative. Arigato. Kamsahamnida. Muchas gracias. Dankeschön. Phew, lucky me. Share. Let's see. If this was something that I was going to sell to somebody, I would have honestly put in a bridge, like a, like a little. Let's see, do I have a bridge? Basically, a wire screw down terminal, and then I would have all the wires go into that, and then have the cable come in so it looks clean, so I can zip tie it and look, professional. But since it's just for me, I don't give a crap. It can look like a rat's nest because no one's ever going to see it except, the three of you guys. And whoever sees this video after the fact. Okay. So up means Up is down. Down is up. Kill means kiss. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, then we go left. Lefto. Gotta find that wire. Yes. Do 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 do. Bum bum ba da ba bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Voila. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So that's left. Well, it's the only one that's not wired up now, so. Yeah. Yeah. So the last one should be the A button. No. No. Wait. Yes. Yes. God damn it. It's really confusing me because it's all upside down, backwards, and reverse what I'm used to, what a freaking joystick's supposed to be. So, that's B. That's A. Hey, hey, hey. Let's tin this pin. Move this over to third pin, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom row. And this is the last wire. Lucky. We are sitting here making a joystick for an obscure arcade game that no one likes or plays. And I can't even pronounce it right because my friends make fun of me. Buriki 1. Ha ha, said it. Buriki 1. What? It's a game with Rio. Also has a sumo. And an asshole boss because it's an SNK son of a bitch. Ha. Ha ha ha. All right, let's double check it. Sweet. So all of this is excess wires. So what I'm going to do is untangle it. I'm just going to snip it. Go whoop. I like the Taekwondo guy because I'm a little biased by that. But I actually like him because he's like hella aggressive. Alright, so now that the damn thing's wired up, we got to figure out what we're going to do next. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to button this up tonight. We're just going to do a very basic smoke test. Just to make sure that I wire this thing up correctly. So, let's see. How am I going to do this? How do I want to do this? I only have one camera. Let's turn on my super gun. Ironically, I do not have Buriki 1. Shit, I said it again. Buriki 1 hooked up. That should be fine, I think. But hold on. I didn't figure this out. Alright. Hello, remote control. Let's set this to the right channel. Go into maintenance. All right. Now you can see my cluster of a rat's nest for my streaming setup. I like it. It functions. It's very functional. Works for me. But I will be honest, it is a bit of a mess. Let's see here. Controller is plugged in. Input. Alright. Up, down, left. Oh, fuck me. I got it backwards. Right. Fuck! Fuck! A, B. Fuck! Knew I fucked up. Right. Nope. So I got left and right mixed up. Damn. There you go. Well, that's fixable. Damn it. Oh. My back is all jacked. All right. I can fix this off camera, guys. I don't think you need to sit here and watch me solder this. So, enjoy Hyper Street Fighter 2. It's a pretty intro. Whee! Hmm. Just turn up. Oh, so arrogant. I turned off the soldering iron before I was done. Ay, ay, ay. All we gotta do is swap this shit around. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's all we gotta do. Just tell me to come with me. Get off, you little monkey. Hey. All right. All right. Where are you, my spare wire? Where did you go? Here the you. Burka-durka-dur. Borka-dorka-dork. All right. Yabba-dabba-doo. So is the nature of this hobby. Shit don't work. Gotta fix it. I fix it. Oh, fix it wrong. Oh well. It is fixed now. We are more or less done. Okay. I was going to end this, but I actually saw there's a handful of people who just seem to drop by. So, what I've noticed is my cable is too damn big for my little groove that I made. This is why you're supposed to have you're supposed to have little files, but I don't know where my files went. Ah, there's my files. Dino DNA. I bought these diamond bit files or whatever from Harbor Freight. I think they cost me like $6. Use the round one and just have it. Just go and have at it. Woo! We want it wider, so let's go grab this file so we can file down the wall. Yeah, perfect. one of the tricks I like to do is pretty lazy. Is if you make a knot, you just tie a knot in the wire. You don't have to worry about securing it, because you don't want the whole idea is you don't want tension to be placed on any of these thin wires that you solder to the connectors, because I'm telling you, man, frail ass wires. So what we do is we move this knot as close to this area as possible. It's like so. And voila. It will never put too much pressure on your soldering job. Though I will admit, not my best work. And it's backwards. Here we go. Make sure the wires are in place. They're not getting crushed. And there you go. Here's my Buriki 1. Ah, fuck, I said it wrong again. Buriki. Buriki. Now, when you play it, left, right, attack. Left, right, attack. This whole thing cost me, I'm trying to think here, $10 for the stick, $3, $6, $7 for the buttons, $2 for the cord, plus $6 for the box. So, yeah, not terribly expensive. And mind you, this is me. I'm one of those weirdos who likes to, like, oh, I want to do this, and then I'll start accumulating parts. And then I just keep accumulating over periods of weeks and months until eventually I get around to finally having enough of the parts to complete or start said project. So now I'm just going to secure it. So the thing is, we have to learn is you always securely paint your box after you cut the holes. And basically you can always apply everything that I showed you or did in this video can be applied to anything up to a Neo-Geo if you're dealing with arcade. I guess I should clarify. The reason I can wire up the wires directly is because I'm using a super gun, which is basically an arcade. It's basically an arcade in a box. Arcade panels are literally just wired directly into the harness, and that harness is plugged into the motherboard. And the motherboard is what controls your controls. So, because I'm using a super gun, I can wire everything directly just to each wire, no problem. I don't need a controller board. Now, if you're trying to build yourself a, let's say a PS3, PS4 stick, similar to this particular stick that I built. You know, hold on. Let me move some stuff around and I'll kind of give you a quick rundown. A noob quick rundown. All right. Let's put away my tools real quick. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. This particular joystick... What? This joystick that I built in the past has a controller board, a Brooks Universal controller board. That way it can plug into any PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, Wii U, and Switch, and PC, all off of one controller. So I basically wired up the joystick and the buttons into the controller board instead of directly into the harness. So, and since that controller board actually has USB, I just ran from the, imagine if this is the board. I just have all my wires going to the board, USB out to this USB plug. That way I can always, I don't have a cord hanging off of this particular joystick, which is kind of nice. It gives me a lot more flexibility and easy to, walk around and carry this thing around. A lot of people, when they do their joysticks, they want to, do customized art and whatnot. I don't want to get into that particular subject right now, but as you can see, this is just a tiny little project box. And again, you can clearly see there's the differences in the joysticks and the fact that the control scheme is ass backwards because Hyper 64 Neo-Geo. So believe it or not, I do this for fun. I don't like building other people's... I don't like building joysticks for other people. I'll be honest with you. That's just something I don't like doing. So I rather, give you the tools you need to do it yourself. That way it would be... You can learn and make your stick yours. And I think that's really important, especially if you're really into fighting games. But... So yeah, guys, this is it. Thank you very much. I did it. Yay! Ha! There's my head. So, thank you very much, guys. I guess I'm done for the night. I did not mean for it to take this long. I honestly was naive enough to think that I could do it in an hour. But, yeah, whoops. Ay, ay, ay. When am I doing my Buriki, Buriki 1 stream? Probably when you guys come over. I want friends to come over. I want to have both controllers hooked up and wired up and bust out the original control list, because I have it somewhere, and we'll play some Hyper Neo-Geo. Because that's awesome. At least I think so. So... well... Oh god, there's a lot more. Blah 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 blah. Artists from Comic Cat booth visited in 2015. Prompt you to declare you know. Oh yeah, I remember that. Chris, you were nasty. Bumpy women. What the hell, man? 2 buttons. Street Fighter 2 equals Street Fighter 1. World Heroes in every Neo Geo Pocket Fighter. That's a fact. I still don't know what Tukus and Tuchus is. So, ay. Well, guys, thank you very much. I think I am done for the evening. I need to stretch out, pop my back, because slouching over on this low-ass table was a really dumb idea. Next time I need to buy a little camera stand or something instead of like working on the floor practically. So, took us, Yiddish for rear end. Oh, took us. Yeah. What about took us? Terry took us. Why are you guys talking about butts? And I know we can't lie, so which one are you guys going to deny about big butts? So, all right, guys. Well, arigato gozaimasu. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Ancient Flounder, are you going to be streaming tonight? Okay, then never mind. He's not going to be streaming. Fuck it. If he is, then yay. If not, then no. Boo. But alright, guys. Again, thank you very much. That's just your basic rundown. Joysticks. Check out Pinecone. Oh, shit. Not Pinecone Attack. OutdatedReferences.com. And hopefully in a few days or so, I'll have a little write-up on how to do a step-by-step walkthrough. So, hopefully someone can use this as a reference, and that would be kind of awesome. So, with that being said, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, we also have a podcast. I hope to think that we're a lot more entertaining than this feed, this stream, I guess. Check us out on iTunes if you could. That'd be great. We're just called Outdated References. It's a podcast where me and a bunch of my friends sit around, bullshit all day, talk about movies, games, and whatever is popular that week. And yeah, I just use it as a great way to keep in contact and close contact with my friends. And check us out, Outdated References podcast. So, okie dokie, adios, sayonara, bye bye.
That's Terry Bogard.
Step outside. Hey!
んじゃって。オッケー。電撃だ。
敵か味方か、静けさを取り戻したサウスタウンに新たな影が忍び寄る。奴は誰だ。ネオジオ CD 画廊伝説3。
Terry, I miss you.
Mega Shock Neo-Geo.
いくつもの伝説が生まれ、そして消えてゆく。狼は眠らない。画廊伝説スペシャル。
SNK Mega Shock Neo-Geo.
いくつもの伝説が生まれ、そして消えてゆく。狼は眠らない。画廊伝説スペシャル。
SNK Mega Shock Neo-Geo.
いくつもの伝説が生まれ、そして消えてゆく。狼は眠らない。画廊伝説